Yo, YouTube! We're back at it, chat. We're back at it, man. It's the final UFC 322 breakdown, man. Today is officially fight day. Cannot wait for the fights. Can't wait for the fights, man. It's officially fight day. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. It's the final breakdown from Zar-Kombat until fight day. Well, it is fight day today. Man. No injuries, no. Bro, we're literally having the best card of the year with no injuries, no drama, no nothing. It's happening. It's gonna happen. And every fight is okay. Literally every fight on the card is gonna happen. So I cannot wait. Shout out to Jay. Yo, CR7 in the chat. Good to see you, my brother. You were on the live stream yesterday, so good to see you. He's saying JDM is scared. Wow, you think JDM is scared? It's crazy, man. Yeah, I was looking at I was watching the weigh-ins, and he was kind of, during the face-off, he didn't want to be close to Islam Makhachev, so I can see why you kind of think he's scared. I just think I don't know. I don't think he's scared. Maybe he's nervous. It's the biggest fight of his life, so of course the man is gonna be nervous. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a great one. It's gonna be a great one, man. Everybody's gonna say JDM was never that good after he dies. I mean, obviously, if he does lose, man, and if he does lose in like the first or second round, people are gonna say that. But people are not gonna hate on JDM that much as they would hate on Islam Makachev. Because I'll tell you this, man. If Islam loses, and even worse, if he gets finished, yo, the internet is gonna come after him, man. I think he's by far like top three like superstars in the UFC. So if he loses, man, it's gonna be crazy. Like it's gonna be crazy. So can't wait, man. Literally today. It's happening today, man. Crazy. CR7 saying first there's Eubank Jr. versus Ben. Yeah, it's gonna happen today. I don't know where to if there's any South Africans in the chat, please tell me where I can watch the boxing match between Eubank Jr. and Ben. I want to watch that fight, man, but I don't know where to watch that fight. Because I don't have any links. My links don't work anymore. Like I used to watch boxing fights on Stream East, but that doesn't work anymore. Like I don't know where to watch the boxing match. But yeah, man, UFC 322. UFC 322, man. Yo, Laser in the chat. Laser, I see you. He's saying I think DAZN Combat. Do you have that in SA? Like I don't have the app, but yeah, they took down all the good links, man. So with the UFC, it's easy. I mean, I can just watch the UFC on TV. With the boxing matches, like I haven't watched any boxing fights in like a long time, like live. I haven't watched them in a long time, man. Inzaman Khan asking, where are you from, bro? Durban, South Africa. That's where we're live from. Yeah, SA. UFC 322, boys. It's happening. It's fight day. JDM is gonna beat Islam. It's meant to happen. The prophecy will be fulfilled in literally less than 24 hours. Biggest fight of the year, man. No injuries. All the fighters made weights besides Benil Dariush, but the BSD and Benil Dariush fights is still gonna happen, even though Benil missed weights. But other than that, man, like I'm excited, man. Like no No drama, no freak injuries. The fights are happening. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Um, America saying, my brother Makachev will destroy Jack. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. It's a 50-50 fight. Can't wait, man. I cannot wait. It's gonna happen soon, man. And yeah, we're gonna be going live for the main card. I don't think I'm gonna have enough data for the prelims, but I will be live for the entire main card, man. So make sure you're there. If you're gonna be watching, man, make sure you come by and say hello in the chats. We're gonna be live, man, for UFC 322. I did the breakdown earlier this week, so yeah, man. I was hoping if there's any like questions you got had on any of the fights that are gonna happen, or you want to talk about any other fights that are going to be happening in UFC 322, you could just comment below and we can vibe. But yeah, man, this is the final live stream before the fight. The final live stream before the fight, and it's happening in less than 24 hours. Super excited, man. It feels like we've been talking about UFC 322 for like an entire year now. You know, it's finally gonna happen soon. Let me go through a couple comments. CR7 saying the card is stacked. It is, man. Like the biggest card since UFC 300s, I believe. Um, Yuri saying Islam never lost or lost to whom? I mean, he's 27-1. He got knocked out by a guy called Pantoja back in 2015 or 2016, I believe. So he has lost before. He has lost. Yuri saying, do you play MMA here? Well, I was actually live from the gym yesterday, so anyone that was on the live stream yesterday knows that I do train MMA. So guys, like I don't really come here and talk about things that I don't know. I actually train MMA. I'm preparing for an amateur fight. So I talk about things that I do and that I know. You know what I mean? That's why the name is Zar-Kombat. Like I actually live the combat lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like look at these knuckles, bro. Like I don't play. Like I do this for real. Like look at that, bro. Look at that. I do it for real, man. Um, Laser saying Islam looked way too cocky and confident. Yeah, I recognize that as well, man. And obviously Islam has been in this position multiple times. He's been in big fights since like 2021, I believe. So I don't think that he lets the big stage or he doesn't let the fights get to him anymore. So I wouldn't say it was cocky, definitely confidence. Jack Della Maddalena, man, he looked kind of, I don't want to say nervous, but you could tell that, fighting at MSG was kind of, it was kind of getting to him. You know what I mean? And not like in like a negative way, but in a positive way, man. Like it's getting to him. You could see like the emotions in his face, even though he tried not to show them. But yeah, man, both these guys, it's the biggest fight of their lives. Only one man can win. I can't wait for tomorrow, man. Cannot wait. Such a crazy card. Shout out to Kuma049 saying wishing you success. Thank you so much, my brother, for the W comments. Hope you do well as I hope you as well do well. Uh, you're saying, yeah, if yes, if I practice MMA for 4 days a week for a year through a coach, would it be enough to knock down 3 or 4 guys in the street fights? Well, probably yeah, but street fight, man, it's different. There's no rules. You could fight a guy and you could pull out anything, being a knife or a gun. So I wouldn't condone getting into street fights. Just stick to and having amateur fights. There's no need. There's no need to get into street fights. Lay's asking, what is your record? I'm 3-1, man. 3-1 professionally, but in the streets, I'm like 50-0 in the streets. But professionally, man, I'm 3-1. I've got one decision, two knockouts, and I've been submitted once. You're saying I live good. I want to do MMA 4 days and lifting for 3 days for self defense. Listen, I'll tell you this, man. Join a gym, join an MMA gym. It'll be one of the best decisions you ever make. It's one of the best decisions that I ever made. Being joining a gym, training. So you're not gonna regret it, bro. Yo, a lot of comments coming in the chat. Denise, Denise asking, you speak Swahili? To be honest, man, no, I don't speak Swahili. It's definitely a language that I've always wanted to learn. Swahili, it's the official African language. So I don't speak Swahili though. George Helton, Heltham, George Heltham, in the chat saying hello all the way from England. Shout out to the UK, man. Shout out to the UK. When's Paddy Pimblett fighting? We haven't heard anything from Paddy Pimblett in a long time, man. Last time he was in there was back in April. He's not fighting this year. So, is there any news on Paddy Pimblett? Shout out to Belge Lou 973. Greetings from Czech Republic. Jiri Prohaska. I think that's where Jiri Prohaska's from. So shout out to the Czech Republic. Shout outs. Say your name. Sama Ramanam. Sama Ranaman. Sama in the chat saying bro has best haircuts ever. Well, I haven't really gotten a haircut in a couple weeks. I'm gonna go bald tomorrow, so I mean, I guess thank you for the compliments, even though I don't have a haircut. But thank you for the W comment, positive comments, man. Uh, I'm not reading the next comments. It's my friend's birthday. Can you shout out her name? Her name is Jenna Talia. Shout out to her, man. Shout out to Jenna. MMA fighters can't even fight. Lol. MMA fighters can't fight. What's that supposed to mean, man? Have you been in a fight with an MMA fighter before? Is this the app that makes the eyes move? Yep, we're moving on. Laser saying final prediction, man. UFC 322. I'll tell you the main card. Final predictions, man. Benil Dariush versus BSD. I'm still picking Benil Dariush. He did miss weight, so he's gonna be heavier than Benoit Saint-Denis. So I'm picking Benil by submission or knockouts. Then we move on, man. Carlos Prates versus Leon Edwards. Unfortunately, I'm picking Leon Edwards. I think he's gonna make it a boring fight. I think he's gonna grapple. He's gonna use the wrestling and make it a boring fight. I do hope I'm wrong, and I do hope that Carlos Prates knocks out Leon Edwards. But if I had to bet, man, I'm still leaning towards Leon Edwards because of the experience. Yeah, man, just because of the experience and the high caliber fighters that he's faced. Then we move on. Sean Brady versus Michael Morales. That is a big fight in the welterweight division. The winner of that one is getting the next title shot. and I believe it's gonna be Sean Brady. Sean Brady is gonna win easily by submission. I'm saying round two submission for Sean Brady. Um, and then we move on, man. Valentina Shevchenko versus Zhang Weili. I'm picking Shevchenko, man. I think Shevchenko is gonna win by decision or by submission. Love Zhang Weili. I hope she gets it done. I hope Zhang Weili gets the belt. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm still picking Shevchenko. And I have her winning either by submission or by unanimous decision. And then the biggest fight of the year. Islam Makachev, Jack Della Meta Lena. It's time, man. It's time. The Dagestan era is gonna come to an end. I've got JDM winning by third round TKO. He's gonna knee Islam in the face. Islam is gonna go to the ground. Boop, boop, ground and pound. And still, and still, and still. What do you think about that? I've got JDM, man. Still picking JDM. Shout out to the people in the chats. If you just joined, man, do make sure you do hit the subscribe button. Support, man. Astro Chill saying, what's up? What's up, man? I haven't seen you in a long time, bro. Hope you're good, my friend. Good to see you back. Islam, Islam in the chat saying, I'm new to the channel. Nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you too, my brother. Thank you so much for joining. Hopefully we'll see more and more of you. Surprisingly enough, man, you've got Islam in your name. We were talking about Islam Makachev and Jack de la Madalena. Big fight, man. Is it everybody's cousin's birthday? Like, why is everybody wanting me to wish people happy birthdays? But Ottomos, shout out to your cousin, man. Happy birthday to your cousin, and tell her to subscribe. Tell her to come to my channel and to subscribe. Tell her Zar-Kombat wished him or her a happy birthday and that they should subscribe. Yuri is laughing. Kickboxing, boxing, MMA. I just want to learn for self-defense, for street fights. What's the best? I've been saying this, man. Like in a street fights, it doesn't matter, man. Like knowing MMA does not matter in a street fights. You could easily knock a guy out, or you could easily die from getting stabbed or shot. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't recommend getting into street fights. But if you want to learn it for self-defense, man, I'd say starts with I'd say kickboxing as a fundamental for the kicking and striking. The kicking and punching as a fundamental, and then you can slowly move on to MMA. But yeah, man, don't do any street fights. Don't get yourself hurt. Do not get yourself hurt. Uh, yeah, don't get yourself hurt, bro. No street fights. BSD is gonna whoop Bilal. I don't think so, man. I don't think so, bro. Like, Benil's got, he's one of the best grapplers in the division. Some people are actually picking to, a couple years ago, people were picking Benil Dariush to beat Islam Makachev. So, and plus, man, Benil has only lost to, like, the top of the division. I think he's only lost to Charles Oliveira and Arman Sarukian. So, yeah, man, I don't think that Bilal. I don't think that Bilal is gonna lose to BSD, man. Like BSD, I don't think he beats anyone in the top five. So I'm still saying Benil Dariush. Even though he missed weights, he did miss weights, but I still think he wins. Um, Yo, Punisher in the chat. Punisher is in the chat. Shout out to Punisher, man, my brother. Good to see you back. Astro in the chat saying you came early today. Yeah, man, I did. It's a Sunday. I'm at home. I'm chilling. And I just wanted to do one more final video, not video. I wanted to do one more final live stream before the fight. You know what I mean? I said I was gonna go live. I said I was gonna go live. I was at the gym yesterday, and I said I was gonna go live today before the fights. So we're going live now before the fights. This is the final live stream before UFC 322 going down in a couple of hours. I just wanted to talk more about the fights, man. I mean, every fight on there is exciting. I want to know what you guys, which fights you guys are excited for. But it's going down, man. A couple more hours. I can't wait. You guys are too far away from each other. I get that a lot, man. Like in chat, like no one's ever said that to me face to face. But again, man, I think some of you guys, I'm like from other countries. This is what a normal South African face looks like. So, like our eyes are not really close. So, I don't know. Yeah, man. Constantinos has entered the chat. I haven't seen you in a while, my brother. How are you? Good to see you back, man. Best self defense is to run away. Is to run the fuck away. Yeah. Don't listen, chat. Do not involve yourself in any street fights. Like I don't want to see you guys get hurt, man. Laser in the chat saying JDM seems angry because no one recognized him and everyone was counting him out. Listen, man, this is Jack Della Maddalena's coming out party. If he manages to do the impossible, if he manages to do the impossible, no one is ever gonna, no one's ever, no one's ever gonna look down on him anymore. So he understands the importance of this fight. He understands that he cannot be taking Islam lightly, and that's why he was kind of like even in the final face off, he didn't want to get close. He was keeping the range, getting ready to fight. You know what I mean? So I like his approach. I like JDM's approach, and I'm still picking him. Jack Della Maddalena round 3 TKO. Islam is gonna gas out. He's too heavy, man. He is too heavy. Yeah. Yo, Zar, what's up? That's my brother Punisher all the way from UAE. Good to see you, my brother. It's fight day, bro. It's fight day. UFC 322 fight day, man. What do I think about semen retention? Semen retention, man. It's kind of hard to do when you got your girl around at night. So that's my thoughts on that. I know it's no nut November. I already lost like 5 times just since the beginning of November. So I'd say semen retention is a good thing. I'd say you can do that if you're living by yourself, but if you're with someone, listen, man, at night it's kind of hard when you've got someone in the bed with you. It's hard to not go there. So that's my thought on that. Let me move on. Shundu 5037 saying, I don't fight until my inner demon awakes. That is intense. Islam saying, I've got BSD by KO. Benil is washed. He didn't have that caliber of wrestling to beat. He doesn't have that caliber of wrestling to beat Benoit Saint-Denis. Prates is gonna KO Leon because Prates is a pressure fighter. Leon has only been facing wrestlers. Listen, man, I respect the decisions. I don't agree. To be honest, man, like I would love to see everyone, literally everyone would love to see Prates KO Leon Edwards. Yeah, man, Prates is a star. And I know that Leon has only been facing wrestlers, but he's also one of the best strikers, man. I mean, he went toe to toe with Donald Cerrone way back in the day. He went toe to toe with who else? I mean, to be honest, yeah, I don't remember him fighting any at all fighting any high level strikers. But listen, I'm hoping Prates gets it done. I will be rooting for Prates. I still think that Leon is going to make it a boring fight. Prates, unfortunately, man, he got exposed against Ian Gary when it comes to his wrestling side. So we're gonna have to wait and see, man. A couple more hours. Can't wait. But to be honest, man, I don't see Benoit Saint-Denis beating Bilal Muhammad, beating Benil Dariush. There's no way, man. I just don't think Benoit Saint-Denis is anywhere near the level of Benil Dariush. I mean, Benil is been in there with Charles Oliveira, even though he lost. He's been in there with Aman Sarukian, been in there with the best lightweights in the world, man. And um, at some stage, man, if you remember properly, Benil Dariush was picked to beat he was picked to beat Islam Makhachev at some stage. Ah, but yeah, man, I'm picking. Ah, ah, ah. I'm still picking Benil Dariush. Um, Go through the comments. Also, Zah, will you be live for the main card? Yes, sir. There's no way I'm not going live for the biggest fight night of the year, bro. There's no way I'm not going live. I will be live. I'll try and go live maybe from. Listen, I'll start going live from Roman Kapilov versus Robocop. So Roman Kapilov versus Robocop. From that fight, I'll be live. That I can promise you. I know sometimes like I've made promises to go live during the fights and I never went live. I maybe fell asleep. But chat, there's no way I'm not going live for this fight. It's the biggest fight card of the year. The biggest fight of the year. The prelims are awesome. The main card is spectacular. So I will be going live from Roman Kapilov versus Robocop until JDM versus Islam Makhachev. So yes, I will be live definitely. Batman asking, what do you think about John Pork or Chanko? What do I think about Chanko, man? Chanko, it's crazy. Like all these stars in New York, and like there's so many legends, a lot of UFC legends in New York right now, but John Pork is the biggest star of them all, man. I mean, I saw a video of the crowd going crazy when he came out. Yeah, it's good to see, man. Especially, him not even having a UFC fight. He's only fought in the Contender Series once. Man, he's already like one of the biggest stars in the company. So I hope he's still like I hope he still has this hype by the time he gets over into the UFC. But yeah, man, I like Chanko. I like John Pork. He doesn't wrestle. He does Muay Thai, so you know I like him. I like Chanko. Islam saying I have Michael by KO. Too big. Michael is big for welterweights. Sean struggled against Bilal on the feet. Michael is gonna be hard to take down. Then I have Shevchenko by submission, and I have Islam by decision. To be honest, man, I don't see the main event going to a decision. I feel like both those guys are just like they are finishers, man. Like Islam Makachev is a finisher. He doesn't like going the distance. Um, and JDM as well is a finisher. He doesn't like going the distance. Um, I could see Islam getting a decision though, but Shevchenko, I could see her getting a submission. That's also a prediction I have. And then um, Michael, you picked Michael Morales by KO. It could happen, bro. I mean, Michael Morales has heavy hands. Um, and yeah, man. I mean, Sean Brady did say that he went into the Bilal Muhammad fights injured. The only reason why I'm picking Sean Brady is because of his performance against Leon Edwards. Because you're only as good as your last performance, and that last performance from Sean Brady was just like I was stunned. Even though he took the fight on short notice, he came in there, looked prepared, made weights, and he just basically ragdolled one of the best strikers in the division in the welterweight division. So I'm picking Sean Brady, bro. You know Nick Diaz versus Tony Ferguson. Who do you got? To be honest, man, I don't know. I probably lean towards Nick Diaz. Um, Even though it like that last fight he had against ruthless Robbie Lawler was kind of depressing, but I think I'd still pick Diaz, man. I think I'd still pick Diaz. I love Tony Ferguson's last fight though, like the one he had against that guy in boxing, like in Misfits. He's a champion now. He's a boxing champion. He's got a belt in boxing, so love Tony Ferguson, man. Nitesh asking where am I from? It's South Africa, Durban, South Africa. Is where we're live from. Um, Punisher saying, I mean, Bilal got KO'd by Charles, so Benoit Saint-Denis can easily KO Dariush. I don't think so, bro. Like, you're comparing Charles Oliveira to Benil Dariush. No, 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 sorry. You're comparing Charles Oliveira to Benoit Saint-Denis. Benoit Saint-Denis got ragdolled. He got ragdolled by Manny Moicano. He got ragdolled by Manny Moicano. And you're telling me that he's gonna KO Benil Dariush. Nah, man. It's not gonna happen, Jets. Especially now that Benil Dariush missed weight. So he's definitely gonna be heavier than uh, Benoit Saint-Denis. And he's a heavy grappler. So he's gonna use his weight to an advantage. He's winning. Benil is gonna either submit or win by decision. Either way, man, he's definitely gonna beat um, BSD. Bad two, bad two, bad two in the chat asking where you from? South Africa, man. South Africa, Said Africa, and Durban. That's where we're live from. Bad asking, are you faking your accents? Why would I fake my accents? Why would I fake my accent, bro? Phrase asking, yo, you remember me? Can you remind me, bro? Uh, I don't think I do. What time is the event starting? Let me check properly for you now. The prelims are starting at the prelims are starting at the early prelims are starting at 1 a.m. Then the prelims are starting at 3 a.m. And then the main card is starting at 5 a.m., which is insane. I don't think any fight nights any pay per view has ever started at 5 a.m. But yeah, man, South African time, the pay per view is starting at 5 a.m. Yeah. Sean Brady's gonna maul Morales. Definitely, man. I think he is. I mean, if he can maul, he ragdolled Leon Edwards. So I don't think he's gonna have a tough time with Michael Morales, but we can't count out Michael Morales, man. Cannot count him out. He's a big welterweight, so it's gonna be an exciting fight, man. Abdul Sami saying Islam is gonna win. We're gonna have to wait and see, bro. A couple more hours left. So today, see drama between Islam and Della. I'm not sure what that's about or what you mean about that. Punisher saying Dracus Duplessis is the GOAT. Listen, bro, about Dracus Duplessis. He supposedly he has a big announcement on Monday. He's got a big announcement on Monday with the mayor of Cape Town. Cape Town is a city in South Africa, the biggest or the most famous city in South Africa is Cape Town. So Drakus and the mayor of Cape Town are gonna be having, or they're gonna be, I don't know, they're gonna be. I saw on Instagram and he's gonna be announcing, he's gonna be having a big announcement. So listen, we're hoping UFC South Africa is upon us next year. Can't wait for Monday, man. I hope whatever announcement Drakus has to do or Drakus is gonna have, it has to be about the UFC, bro. So you guys just stay tuned on Monday. I think he's gonna go live on Instagram, or maybe Dana White is also gonna go live. I don't know. But the Cape Town, the mayor of Cape Town and Dracus Duplessis are gonna be going. They're gonna have an announcement on Monday, 17 November. So I can't wait, man. UFC South Africa, DDP versus Khamzat main card. DDP gets the belt back in South Africa. Best story. Listen, man, if anyone deserves a rematch, it's Dracus Duplessis. You know what I mean? Like, defended the belts, fought everywhere. He was consistent. So I would love to see that fight happen. But to be honest, man, I think it's gonna be a fight night. If they do announce UFC South Africa, I think it's gonna be a fight night. I don't think it's gonna be a pay per view. I think that I don't think Hamzat is gonna be willing to come all the way to Africa. But again, man, listen. Either way, UFC South Africa, man. We're hoping for that announcement on Monday, so we can start saving up money for Cape Town if it's gonna go down in Cape Town. But yeah, man, can't wait for Monday and see what Drakus has to announce. Imagine UFC gives us TDP versus Strickland 3. That would be crazy, bro. That would be literally crazy. That'd be insane, man. But now I think obviously, Drakus's coach last year said that he doesn't want Drakus to immediately get the rematch. So it's not going to be a rematch with Hamza. It's going to be a fight night. And if it happens, it's definitely either going to be Brandon Allen or Anthony Fluffy Hernandez. And I'm hoping it's Brandon Allen because I don't trust Fluffy Hernandez to actually come and make the weights. Not make the weight, but actually come on fight day. He pulls out of fights all the time. And, Allen is kind of beefing with Dracus Duplessis. He's been calling for Dracus Duplessis for the longest time now, so I'd like to see that fight. I'll take it. I would like to see DDP versus Allen. Yeah, man. I'd like to see that fight as well, bro. Like, it makes a lot of sense. Um, you know, Allen dominated Renier Doretta, made him quit. So, I'd like to see that fight as well. Batman back in the chat saying, "Did you see Pereira called out Hamzat?" I think it was more of a joke. Um, yeah, it was more of a joke, man. Cause I'll tell you something, man. Like Drake, Pereira should stay away from Hamzat. And not because I believe, not because I don't think that Pereira can't beat him. I just don't think that Khamzat's fights. Like there's way bigger fights for Alex Pereira right now. He should go up to heavyweight next. Like next, he should go up to heavyweight. He should fight either Tom Aspinall for the belt, or John Jones should come back and they should give us a super fight. Yo, I dig the necklace. Looks cool. Thank you, man. It's a Jesus piece. So yeah, thank you for that. Um, Punisher saying I'm such a fan of Boards I'm such a big Boards fan. I say Boards submits Khamzat in UFC BJJ. Let me go check something and quickly check it. I'll be back. I'm gonna check something real quick. Ah, 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 UFC 322 fight day, man. Okay, let me get back to the comments. Punisher was saying, um, Punisher was saying he'd pick Boards to submit Khamzat. Come on, bro. That would never happen. That would never happen. Do you think Khamzat could one day become light heavyweight champion? Yeah, man, I do. I do. He's got the best grappling in the UFC right now. So yeah, man, easily. Plus, like, there's not really a lot of competition for him in the light heavyweight division. I think he beats most likely everyone easily. But I don't want to see him move up, man. He still has to prove himself in the middleweight division, defend the belts, give Dricus his rematch, and defend the belt one more time. At least 3 times he should defend the belts, and then we can talk about him going up. Because you can't compare Hamza to people like Ilya Taporia, who like knocked out legends and have always had exciting fights. He can't just move up because he wants to. It doesn't work that way. Yo, 305. 305 is in the chat. Hope you're good, bro. We're saying JDM KOs Islam in round 1. At least I'm not the only one picking Islam, man. Because I'll tell you this, bro. Uh, if Islam beats JDM, like a lot of people are going to be coming after me in the chat. Jokes aside, Khamzat has the potential of retiring undefeated. I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. I think he's gonna lose before he retires. Yeah, man. In the middleweight division, I think Nazardini Mavov and DDP have the best chance of actually beating him. Otherwise, then he would retire undefeated. I think he has like probably 3 more fights left. 3, maybe 2 fights left, and then he retires. You know how all these Russian Dagestani fighters are, man. Like once they hit 30 years old, then they want to retire. So Few more fights left, man. Uh, 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 uh. The problem with Ank and Sharaputin is that they don't focus on wrestling like these guys and have opportunities to train in Khabib's gym. I know they're a bit, but I think they could learn a bit more. Definitely, man. Ankalaev, I know like a lot of people thought he was a wrestler, but I've never seen him wrestle in the UFC. Unless like against the cage, obviously everybody's gonna wrestle, but um, I've never seen him actually try to like wrestle as a game plan. And as for Shara Skara Bullet, man, like he doesn't wrestle at all. He's a striker. Even Chonko as well. You never see him wrestle. Like he's a striker, legit striker. So um, yeah. JDM KOs Islam in the first round. Gonna have to wait and see, man. A couple more hours left. Well, not actually a couple hours, but a long, like 20 hours left, I believe. Um, but yeah, man, it's a big one. It's fight day, UFC 322, boys. I can't wait for that one. Unpopular opinion. I think John would have won against Tom. Definitely, Tom doesn't understand the ground game and doesn't have John's stamina. I mean, to be honest, man, we're never gonna know because we're never gonna get to see that fight. But one thing I can tell you, man, I know John regrets not fighting Tom Aspinall, because he was kind of scared of getting KO'd, and never realized that Tom Aspinall. We've never seen Tom Aspinall out of the second round. And Cyril Gane in that fight exposed a lot. He showed John that if he wanted to, he could have hanged in there with Tom Aspinall. So you know, I don't know. We'll never know who would have won that fight if it would have happened. I mean, if it would have happened earlier this year, that fight, I would have picked Tom Aspinall, but we'll never know who can truly win that fight because it's never gonna happen. Unpopular opinion. Um, are you Chris? I look like Chris Tucker now. Now, you see, listen. Every time I go on live, I look like a different person, or at least you guys tell me I look like a different person. The other day, you were telling me I look like Anderson Silva. I had the bald head. Someone else was telling me I look like Will Smith, and now I look like Chris Tucker. John Jones just doesn't want to make Aspinall a superstar. But I think if John was serious, Aspinall couldn't do shit, bro. If John can defeat Gustafsson, he can take down Aspinall. Well, he beat Gustafsson in his prime a couple of years ago. John Jones is now like 37, 38. He's much older. Tom Aspinall is younger. He's faster. He hits harder. So, you know, I would have picked, me personally, I would have picked Tom Aspinall in that fight. But we're gonna wait. We're gonna have to wait and see for the fight to happen, man. Even though I still don't think it happens ever, but yeah, man, it would have been a massive fight. Definitely a big fight for sure. Do I like Harry Potter? I've never watched a Harry Potter movie a day in my life ever. I've never watched Harry Potter, bro. Chat. Let me just give me a few. Give me 2 minutes, and we'll be live again. Let me switch up the location. We'll be back. 2 minutes, chat. We're still alive, boys. We're still alive. Just give me a couple minutes, man. Let me set up the location. Um, but yeah, we're still picking Tom. We're still picking JDM to win the fights against to win the fight against what's his name? Islam Makhachev, man. Fight day, big fights. Uh, but yeah, shout out to the two people in the chat, man. I'm just kind of setting something up here quickly, and we'll be back right now, right now. Just hang in there. Okay, we're back at it, man. We're back. Sorry again for the delay. Just kind of had to switch locations. But yeah, a lot of comments came in while I was gone. Velto in the chat. What country are you from? South Africa. We're from South Africa. Batman in the chat saying John beats Cyril though in the end. I would pick Cyril Gane as well. It was an interesting fight. That first fight they had. Cyril Gane was definitely winning. So can't wait for the rematch to happen, man. The first one was exciting. It was interesting. A lot happened. So I can't wait for the second fight. Um, I don't know why people hate Dagestani fighters. I don't. To be honest, man, I think it's the fight style. I think it's the fight style. It's not really exciting. The UFC promotes violent fighting. They promote knockouts. They promote, you know what I mean, like blood, war, and that's just not how Dagestan fighters fight. That's not their approach. That's not their fight style. That's why people love John Pork so much. That's why we love Chanko, man. He hasn't fought in the UFC, but he hangs out with Khabib and Islam and all those guys, and he doesn't wrestle. Cyril was winning, bro. John made him tired. What are you talking about? Oh no, sorry. I didn't read your comment properly. I thought you said Tom. I thought you said Cyril beats Tom in the end. Sorry. I was thinking of Tom Aspinall. But nah, man. Yeah, yeah. Sorry for reading the comments wrong. I'm still thinking about Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gahn, not Tom versus Cyril Gahn. But I don't know, man. To be honest, I don't see John Jones coming back. I think if he does come back, man, it shouldn't be for anyone except Alex Pereira. No one else. Alex Pereira's the biggest fight out there for him. Tom Aspinall, man, he doesn't have that hype anymore because he was kind of losing to Cyril Gahn. Now people don't really see him as this unbeatable fighter. So if John Jones does decide to come back, it should be to fight Bolton, who's a top three fighter, well, in terms of superstar, top three biggest fighters in the UFC right now. I think Ngannou doesn't beat. I don't. I think Tom doesn't beat Ngannou. Not a chance. I've never thought of that matchup, but now that I think of it, man, like I don't know who I would pick for that fight, but it would be interesting. It'd be interesting. And again, man, Francis Ngannou's like 40 years old now, so he's not the Francis Ngannou that we once knew. But prime for prime, if both guys fought in their prime, I don't know, man. I think Ngannou would just go forward and throw hammers until he touches his chin, and he would just go forward, man. Just keep throwing. Like that fights he had against Rosenstrike, where he just kept throwing punches. I think that's how he would approach Tom Aspinall. Just go forward, throw strikes until he knocks the guy out, until he knocks out Tom Aspinall. That's how I believe he'd approach that fight. Um, but yeah, guys, only one person in the chat right now. I'm assuming it's Batman. Batman, thank you so much, man, for um, just communicating with me and making it a W stream. But we will be live later today, man. We're gonna be live for UFC 322. UFC 322, man. And again, chat. The name is Zar-Kombat. Do make sure you do subscribe. We are on TikTok. We are on Instagram. We are on Discord. The link is up. And if you do want to support, man, you can go hit the link on Buy Me a Coffee. And you guys can support there if you'd like to. Batman saying, I think Tom doesn't have the best gas tank to beat John Jones. To be honest, man, I don't think we saw enough in that Cyril gunfight to determine whether or not he does or doesn't have a gas tank. But we're gonna find out in the rematch, like Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gahn 2. We're gonna find out, and we're gonna find out a lot. So yeah, man. I'm gonna end the live at an hour. We've been live now for 58 minutes. 2 more minutes to go. Again, chat, thank you so much for a W comment, man. Yeah, biggest fight of the year is about to go down in a couple hours. Cannot wait for that one. Okay, let me read a couple comments. Just look at Tom's previous fights. Tom can't go 5 rounds. It's not that he can't go 5 rounds. He's never needed to go 5 rounds. He never needed to go 5 rounds because he KOs everyone. You know what I mean? So we don't know how he looks in round 2 or in round 3. You know what I mean? The only person he hasn't knocked out or finished outside of the first round is Cyril Gahn. So that's why I want to see that second fight to see what it looks like, because now that we know that Cyril Gahn can take Tom Aspinall out of the first round, I'm excited to see how Tom Aspinall looks. You know what I mean? Because Tom never needed to go to round 2, 3, or 4 because he knocks out everyone in the first round or submits them in the first round. You know what I mean? So, yeah. R.I.P. Charlie Clerk. Have you guys been seeing all the Charlie Cook memes? Like on my Instagram, bro. Like there's a whole lot of Charlie Kirk memes, and it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy how someone dies and the internet just decides to cook him. I want to see Bolton versus Aspinall. I'd like to see that fight as well, man. One of the biggest fight of the year, or one of the biggest fights they could ever make. Stefan in the chat. Stefan, still ek nie praat Afrikaans, me bro. Ek nie praat Afrikaans. But good to see you back, man. Thank you so much for joining the live. Good to see you. Tom would rugby tackle Bolton. Yeah, that's what he said. He said he'd run straight for the takedown and take him down. You wouldn't want to strike with him. So, yeah. Everybody is getting Kirkified on Insta. It's crazy, bro. Listen, I literally liked one video where they put his face on they put his face on LeBron James. But they put his face on LeBron James. I like the video. And then now every time I go on Reels, like my For You page is just cut Charlie Clerk's face on everyone. Like his face on King Vaughn, his face on like literally everyone, bro. His face on Blueface, his face on everything. Like it's crazy. I saw a video yesterday. They put his face they put his face on Tony Stark, Superman, Iron Man. They put his face on King Vaughn also. Even Lil Durk. Listen, the internet is brutal, bro. You die, make you a meme. Crazy. But yeah. Who do you have? JDM or Maka Chef? I'm still picking JDM, brother. Still picking JDM. Round 3 TKO. UFC has been boring this year, man. I don't know if I'd agree with that comment, bro. I just think that last year was just one of the best years ever, man. And it's been hard for the UFC to compete with last year. But we've had some cool moments this year, man. The UFC 311 had Jerry Prohaska versus Jamal Hill. That was amazing. Unfortunately, Ilya Topuria knocked out Charles Oliveira. That was sad to see, but it was good for the game. Joshua Van and Brendan Royval went to war. And then Volkanovski got the belt back, man. That was good to see. And then Diego Lopez knocked out John Silva, knocked him out flat. That was good to see as well, man. Obviously Bolton got the belt back. Charles came back and got the submission in Rio in front of his family. So I enjoyed MMA this year, man. I actually loved MMA. Marab I became a Marab fan this year. I never thought that I'd become a Marab fan. Like last year, I was the biggest Marab hater. This year, the biggest Marab glazer. I'm the biggest Marab glazer, and I'm proudly one, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I love Marab, man. Like an active fighter that's beating everyone. I love his fight style. So yeah, crazy. A lot of comments coming in. Khamzat Chimaev, my favorite fighter in the UFC. We don't like Khamzat Chimaev, man. He took the belt away from South Africa. We need to get the belt back, so we don't like Khamzat. But good to know who your favorite fighter is. Prince Joe Music's in the chat saying, greetings, what's up, what's up? Hope you're having a fantastic Saturday. Where you guys watching from, man? I hope you're having a good Saturday. It is UFC 322 fight day. The fight is a couple hours away, man. Cannot wait. Biggest fight card of the year. JDM Makachev, biggest fight of the year, man. We've been waiting so long for this fight. It's officially here. And yeah, cannot wait, man. Shout out to the 6 people in the chat. Do make sure you do subscribe. And again, chat, I am on TikTok. I am on Instagram. I am on Discord. The link is up in my bio. And if you do want to support chats, if you do want to support, I am on an app called Buy Me a Coffee. The link is up. You can donate there if you want to. I'd appreciate the donations if you would like to. Ramzat is a star, but that guy only fights once a year. Yeah, man. I mean, only fight once a year, man. Insane. Crazy to think that Ramzat is now. I think he's like 30 something. I remember like in 2020 when he was supposed to become a champion, he was 25. It took him 5 years to become a champion because he only fights once a year. Elliot Saporia is the best fighter. I mean, he's the pound for pound number one. He's the pound for pound number one fighter in the UFC. So I mean, I can't really dispute that or argue that. But in my opinion, Charles Oliveira is the best fighter ever. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. I can't lie. Lightweight has been so lackluster. Welterweight is heavily carrying the UFC right now. I don't think that the welterweights is like carrying the UFC. I think that they're having a busy month this month, but I don't think that I don't think that the lightweight division has been lackluster, man. I mean, Elliot Zaporia coming into the lightweight division was good for them, good for the division. They've got the biggest star in the company. You know, Paddy Pimblett is in there as well. To be honest, man, I feel like it's the bantamweight division, man. I feel like the bantamweight division has been carrying the year. They main evented a lot of fight nights this year. Plus, the light heavyweight division has been active. Um, I think the only lackluster division in the UFC is the women's bantamweight division and the heavyweight division. Those are the two divisions that I don't think anyone really cares about. The women's bantamweight division and the heavyweight division. Yo, now someone is telling me I look like Keanu Reeves. Now, first it was Anderson Silva, then it was Will Smith, then it was Chris Tucker, now it's Keanu Reeves. Now I look like Keanu Reeves. Crazy. Um, all the homies love Do Bronx. Yes, sir, man. Now I look like Charlie Kirk. Am I gonna get Kirkified? Am I getting Kirkified? Please don't do it, chat. Don't do it, chat. Do not do it, man. Do not Kirkify me. The top contenders and lightweights aren't fighting each other. Yeah, I mean, it's true. Um, no fight announcements from Paddy Pimblett. No fight announcement from Justin Gaethje. I think next week, Arman Sarukian and Dan Hooker are gonna fight, so I can't wait for that one. But the top of the division don't really have any fight announcements except for Arman Sarukian and Dan Hooker, who are fighting next week. So can't wait for that one. Now I look like Mr. Beast. Crazy. Jake Paul is challenging Boruton for a boxing match. Listen, man, I'll tell you this. Jake Paul does not want that. He does not want that. He's trying to use Boruton to hype his name. He's using Boruton for clickbait. He's using Boruton to get more fans and to get UFC fans. He knows that fight's not gonna happen. Dana would never allow one of his biggest stars to go and fight Jake Paul, so it's not gonna happen. I can't lie, you look like Leon Edwards, bro. Anderson Silva, Leon Edwards, Chris Tucker, Will Smith, Mr. Beast, Charlie Cook. I look like everyone. That's crazy. Um, JDM is gonna knock out Islam. We're gonna have to wait and see. You look like Martin Luther King. Now I look like MLK. Now you guys are just trolling me, man. It's cool if you guys want to troll. You troll me, man. I can't do or say anything. Guys are trolling me in the chat. Boruton will do horrifying things to Jake Paul if they fight. I heard that there's also rumors of Anthony Joshua potentially fighting Jake Paul. Listen, man, I just think that Jake Paul calling out all these fighters, he's using it, you know, he's using it for his he's using it to his advantage, you know. That keeps us talking about him. Um and if you guys remember, man, I mean Jake Paul fought a 70-year-old Mike Tyson, the same guy who wanted to fight a bantamweight in Gervonta Davis, got the fight cancelled, and then now he's calling out every major fighter so we can keep talking about him. I don't really like talking about Jake Paul, man. I've never watched any of his fights. I think I only watched the Nate Diaz fights because I'm a big Nate Diaz fan. And it was cool to see Nate Diaz get a bag for that, get a lot of money for that. But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't really have anything to say about Jake Paul. Oh yeah. Oh, But yeah, chat. UFC 322, man. I want to know where you guys are watching from, man. Because like all of the comments that are coming in are telling me that my eyes are wide. So I don't know, chats. I mean, like in Africa, damn, in where I'm from, this is how a normal person looks. So I don't know where you guys are watching from or where you're from, where the eyes is just kind of closer, but I don't know. I just assume that I look like a normal person, man. I look like Abraham Lincoln. I'm just waiting for someone in the chat to tell me that I look like Charles Oliveira so I can be happy. Someone tell me I look like Charles Oliveira so I can be happy. Tell me I look like the GOAT, Charles the Bronx. Islam saying he's watching from Agartha. Where's Agartha? Is that even a real place? I look like the Bronx. Let's go. Guillotine. I look like the GOAT. It's the only person I want to look like, bruh. It's the only person I look like. Bro is gaslighting himself into not having the eyes of a horse. I mean, I can't really I wouldn't really say I'm gaslighting myself, bro. It's just this is what a normal person looks like. It's what a normal person looks like. I don't know whether you're from other countries where people look like their eyes are way too close to each other, but Listen, you want to troll? Do you, man? But I'm not gaslighting anything. How a guy has 11 losses and is the GOAT? You're very wrong. How does he have 11 losses and he's the GOAT? I'll tell you. Most submissions, most wins in UFC history, most performances of the night, bonuses in UFC history. He's got blonde hair. He's the biggest star in the company. He's the GOAT. To Bronx. That's how he's the GOAT. That's what makes Du Bronx the GOAT, man. It's not really hard. He's got like he's everywhere on the record book. A former champion. You know what I mean? The biggest star in the company. Fuck this guy. Still lost 11. Listen, I wouldn't say he lost. I would put it this way. I'd say 11 robberies. I'd say Du Bronx has 11 robberies in his record. Got flatlined a couple times. Those were AI generated. You see how the same way you guys are critiquing everything. You critiquified the Charles Oliveira loss. He's never been knocked out. Those were all AI generated um, losses. Yeah. Charles is undefeated. He was robbed 11 times, never got knocked out. Um, that's just the truth, man. But yeah, chats, UFC 322 this weekend. Not even this weekend, today. Today. We've been waiting all year for this fight night, for this pay per view. Cannot wait. And to the people that just joined, man, I am on TikTok, I am on Instagram, I am on Discord. The link is up, and if you do want to support, make sure you support on Buy Me a Coffee. If you've got that app, you can go and support on Buy Me a Coffee. I'd appreciate the donations, man. A lot of wild comments coming in now. I don't know what's happening. What time is it now? It is 10 to 10 to 4 10 to 4 p.m. uh, 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 uh. Where am I from? Yeah, we're live from South Africa in Durban, man. Durban, South Africa. So we're live from. So yeah, we're live all the way from South Africa. Where are you watching from, brother Mohammed? Shout out to the 5 people in the chat. Do make sure you do subscribe, man. And yeah, chats. Listen, earlier this week we officially hit 500 subscribers. Thank you for that. Still a long way to go, man. Still a long way to go. So, make sure you do subscribe, man, and keep on supporting the boy. Um, yeah, chat. Thank you so much for the 500 subscribers, man. It was official earlier this week. Still a long way to go, but thank you so much for the 500 subscribers. Mohammed saying he's watching all the way from Morocco. Shout out to Morocco. Morocco's in the chat. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ila, ila, yeah. Eight people in the chat. Shout out to the 8 people in the chat. Yeah, man. UFC 322. What are we saying, boys? Obviously, other than other than the main events, which other fights on the card are you guys excited for? You've got a lot of banger fights in the prelims, man. RoboCop versus Roman Kapilov. It's gonna be an exciting one. Malcolm Wellmaker is also in the chat. Um, what else? I know some of you people. I know some of you guys love Bo Nickel. So I mean, he's also on the card as well. Tracy Cortez. Tracy Cortez is on the prelims. Cannot wait for that one. Yeah, Tracy Cortez is also on the card. So should be exciting. Lao City 2 saying Edwards versus Prats will be boring. I also had the same prediction, man. I did say that Leon Edwards was gonna try and make it, or is gonna make it. He's gonna make it a boring fight. So we're all hoping that Prats pulls off the knockout win, man, and he does the impossible. Imagine a Carlos Prats title shots in 2025. 2023, I mean. No, 2026. Imagine a Carlos Prates title shot in 2026. That would be insane. But we're gonna have to wait and see whether or not Prates can pull off the victory. Yeah, man, we've been live now for an hour and 20 minutes. I was gonna end the live at an hour, but yeah, man, the comments were just coming in. I said, let me just stay. And there's an interesting conversation going on right now between you guys. I'm just kind of reading at the comments. I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to get banned on YouTube, so I'm not gonna read the comments. But I just think it's funny that you guys are beefing over something that does not make any sense. Crazy. Will you ban Cortez? Be honest. Yo, I would listen. I'll tell you this, chat. I would leave a baby in Cortez. I would leave a baby in Cortez. Not gonna lie, chat. Um, that definitely. I'd do it raw. I would go in that. I'd go in that kitty cat raw. I would raw dog her, bro. Cortez, are you kidding me, bro? There's no way I'm wasting that. There's no way I would waste Tracy Cortez. Um, yeah, man. 322. Okay, chat. We're gonna be live. We're gonna be live. Um, we're gonna be live for the entire main card, man. We're gonna be live from Roman Kapilov versus RoboCop. Um, from Roman Kapilov versus RoboCop up until the main event. So I can't wait, man. Like literally excited for almost every fight. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like every fight on that card is just it's gonna be amazing. Really depends on the fighters whether or not they choose to make the fights exciting or not. But on paper, every fight on that card should be exciting. On paper, the only fights I'm kind of worried about, man, is to be honest, I'm kind of worried about Shevchenko versus Zhang Weili. That's such a big fight for women's MMA, and I'm scared that Shevchenko might make that a boring fight. You know what I mean? She might make it a boring fight, and that's a fight that means a lot for women's MMA. Like I've never been so excited for a women's MMA fight, and I would like to see that fight become exciting. Like it has to be a banger one. Obviously with Zhang Weili, man, like she's always having exciting fights, unless the person she's fighting decides to wrestle and make it a boring fight. But she's always down to throw hands. So cannot wait, man. Cannot wait. Three people in the chat right now. We've been live for an hour and 25 minutes. I'm going to report you for that foul language. Wasn't being foul. I was asked the question. I responded honest with I responded honestly, just speaking my truth. So I don't see anything foul in that. Zhang's gonna make it exciting, entertaining. I hope she does, man. I hope she does. Um, she always struggles with like the ground game, and I'm kind of scared for her because like Shevchenko's gonna be way bigger than her. So on the ground, I know she's definitely gonna have trouble. She's definitely gonna have trouble on the ground. So yeah, man. I mean, I'm definitely picking. I definitely think that. Not definitely, man. I definitely want Zhang Weili to win, but I just think that the experience of Shevchenko, the weights, it's just gonna be too much for Zhang Weili, man. But a couple more hours and we're gonna find out. UFC 322 main event. Who will win? Predicts. I already did the predictions, man. For the main events, I'm going with JDM. JDM. Round three TKO. Yeah, round three TKO. We did the breakdown a couple days ago. And then today, man, I just wanted to just go over the breakdowns, and tell you guys that I'm gonna be live later today for the fights, and to make sure that I see you guys there. And also, I don't know, man. I think I should just close it out now. We've been live now for an hour and 30 minutes almost. There's two people in the chat right now. JDM is very good. I like his style of boxing very much. Yeah, man. Definitely for me, the best in the UFC. Like that performance he had against Bilal Muhammad, the way he was pulling his punches, the way he was picking his shots, the way he was throwing the shots to the body. You know what I mean? Like coming in, boop, boop, not wasting any shots, moving out. You know what I mean? Coming in, heavy uppercuts, body shots, rolls, goes up, rolls, moves back. You know what I mean? Defending properly. I like his fight style. To me, like he reminds me so much of like Nick Diaz, the boxing. It reminds me of Nick Diaz. So if you guys have been on here before, man, you guys know that I'm a big Nick Diaz fan. I'm sure some of you have seen the Nick Diaz edit that I put up on my shorts, my short videos. So I like Nick Diaz. So that obviously means that I'm gonna love Jack Della Maddalena, man. I love his fight style. That's why I'm hoping he wins. Yeah. Bilal struggled very much in that fight. Yeah, he did, man. Still don't know why he decided not to wrestle as much as I thought he would. I think he might have been dealing with an injury, probably. But then again, man, you never know. But yeah, he did struggle a lot, more than I anticipated him to struggle. But JDM got the belt. It's all that matters. Edward in the chat saying hi. What's up? What's up? Hope you're good. Hope you're having a fantastic Saturday, man. JDM is very tough, bro. He broke his one arm and still defeated Gilbert Burns. I remember watching it live, man. I think it was last year in March, UFC 299. Broke his hand, got back up, kneed Gilbert Burns in the face, elbowed him, ground and pound, got the victory. So we know that Jack's got the heart. He's got the heart. He's got that dog in him. Obviously, Islam Makhachev as well, man. Like he's got that dog in him as well. You saw with that fight against Dustin Poirier last year, he got pushed, to the absolute limits, got a bad cut on his forehead, and was still moving forward and still managed to get a late submission. So yeah, man, a lot of people were saying that this fight with Jack Della Maddalena and Islam Makhachev is going to go to a decision. There's no way. There's no way guys are finishers. These guys are killers. They're killers. They don't come in there to say, I'm going to go the distance because, people want me to go the distance or people believe that I can't go. Listen, these people do not get paid by the hour. They don't work a 9 to 5 like most of us do. They get paid to get in there and win. And I'll tell you this, man, JDM is a finisher. Islam Makhachev is a finisher. Someone tomorrow is getting finished in the main event. I can promise you that. There's no way it's a 5 round fight. No way. No way. Jack needs to improve his takedown defense. I'm sure he did. He's out there in Australia training with Craig Jones, one of the best jiu-jitsu practitioners in the world. He trained Alexander Volkanovski for the first Makachev fight. So I know that Jack got the proper preparation. He's got the proper game plan set up. So I'm so excited, man. Everyone underestimates. Everyone underestimates JDM very much. Yeah, they do. They do. But I think it's more of, obviously the aura of Islam Makhachev. He's been in the UFC for a while. Took the fans of Khabib Nurmagomedov. So I don't think it's just people underestimating him. I just think it's people believing in Islam Makhachev so much that they refuse to believe that he can lose. But he has lost before. And the one time Makhachev lost in the UFC was to a striker. You know what I mean? And he's fighting a striker, JDM, who is levels and levels above him in the grappling. No, in the striking, sorry. So yeah, man. A couple more hours and I cannot wait. Islam's getting slept tomorrow. Yeah, man. We're picking JDM round 3 TKO. I think he's gonna knee Islam in the face as he's coming in for the takedown. I'm picking JDM, chats. And yeah, man, we're gonna be live for the events for UFC 322, man. I'm gonna be streaming live the prelims, the main card. So make sure you're on here when the fights are live. And do make sure you do subscribe, chats. Do make sure you subscribe. Support the boy. And again, man, I am on Discord. The link is up. I am on Instagram. The link is up. I am on TikTok. The link is up. And if you do want to donate, I am on an app called Buy Me a Coffee. The link is up as well. You can click the link and you can donate on the app if you would like to. I would appreciate it very, very much. JDM is sending Islam to Dagestan, not 2, 3 years, but permanently. That's a hard one, man. That's a hard one. I'll say this. This is a legacy fight. It's a fight that means a lot to both fighters. And I believe that if Islam loses, man, it's gonna damage him way more than Jack Della Maddalena. I feel like if Jack loses, people are gonna be like, obviously, Islam is the pound for pound number 2 in the world. So, uh, so he was always gonna lose. But if Islam Makhachev loses, MMA Twitter is gonna go crazy. The MMA world is gonna go crazy. It's gonna spin on their heads. It's gonna spin on their heads. If Jack gets the KO, it'll be insane, man. It's gonna be one of those finishes that just change the game forever. So I can't wait, man. It's a fight that means a lot to the game. It means a lot for their legacy, both guys. So cannot wait. Can't wait. John versus Alex Borton will happen at White House. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think John Jones deserves that main event. Um, John Jones played the UFC. He didn't want to fight Tom Aspinall, and now he wants to fight Alex Pereira because he's bigger than him and he knows he can submit him easily. But but listen, man, I don't think that fight happens. Um, I think for UFC, UFC White House, I think we most likely see Charles Oliveira versus Max Holloway. If I'm being honest, I think that's most likely the main event, or even potentially, um, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think potentially Charles Oliveira and Max Holloway do it at the White House, the main event. Oliveira versus Two Bronx. Oh, would be a good rematch. It'd be a great rematch, man. A rematch, years in the making. Good striker versus good grappler. Yeah, cannot wait, man. It's gonna be a fun one. But yeah, listen, we've been live for an hour and 36 minutes. Um, we're gonna do it later today, man. Later today for the biggest fight of the year, the biggest card of the year, man. UFC 322. It's been Zar-Kombat. Again, the links are up, man. TikTok, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, Discord, Instagram. The links are up. Buy me a coffee. The link is up. Thank you so much for the support, man. Thank you so much for the W stream. I didn't expect to go this long, but we just had such a good time. We were vibing so much. I had to go on a bit longer, but we'll do it again later today, chats. I will be live. I will be here for the prelims. It's Zar-Kombat. Thank you so much for the W stream. Salutes. I'll see you guys for what's going on in the chat right now. Yo, Vishnu, what's going on, bro? Why are you saying what the hell? What's going on? Yeah, man, I'm about to leave, bro. I'm about to leave. What's going on? And right as I'm about to leave, man, now we've got like 7 people in the chat. Yeah. Okay, let me just close it off. Break up with some of the comments and shout out to Vishnu. Vishnu, man, thank you so much for making the stream better, man, asking the questions. I hope to see you later today, man, for UFC 322. I'm gonna be live streaming, so hopefully you're there. And again, chat, do make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Stefan, my brother, you're still here. Shout out to Stefan, it's my South African brother. Say goodbye, bye, man. Again, chat, I am on Discord. I am on TikTok. I am on Instagram. I am on Buy Me a Coffee. If you guys want to go follow me on other platforms, the links are up in the bio. We'll do it again later today for UFC 300s. It's Zar-Kombat. Peace. See you later, guys.